Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 14 simulated career with AFC Wimbledon. In fact, welcome to AFC Wimbledon week. Guys, Monday to Friday this week at 4 p.m. UK time there will be an episode of AFC Wimbledon out. And on Saturday and Sunday they will both be out at 10 a.m. One episode per day for this entire week. This episode there probably won't be much going on, as I'm going to in this episode show you a few of the free agents I've found, and then after this I will record tomorrow's, that's Tuesday's episode, and I will get both of those out where I'll be looking to scout some of these free agents, and then on Wednesday I'll have a look back at these last two videos, see what comments you guys have made and suggestions regarding signings and sales, and then I will record Wednesday's episode and get that out for you later that day. But I want to give you guys a chance to view these episodes, have a look at some comments, see what the other people have commented on, have a look at the players, put your own comments down, suggest who we sign. I've got a couple of guys who I'd like to sign in the free agents, but we need to see what the scouts say about them as well. But it's just a chance for you guys to have a quick look and see who you think we should sign, and then I'll go from there on Wednesday. But I'll take you to the shortlist and show you a few of the players who I have found to potentially sign. There's a load of goalkeepers, don't worry about that. Some of them I put in there just because I can, and there is an interesting mix of goalkeepers. But we look to be rocking a 4-5-1 formation for this coming up season, so we're going to need some decent cams. And we potentially have two in Luke and Sammy Moore, although there has been a suggestion to get rid of one of those two, if not both of them. So what I've done is I've found a couple of replacements, both free agents, both young. You can see the first one is here, and is Sung Soo Jung, only 18. His sprint speed, his balance and acceleration are all amazing. His strength is pretty low, but to be honest, he's 18, so that will improve in time. Ball control is good. Crossing is not too bad, but you don't know from the cam roll how much he's actually going to be crossing and how much actually going to be reliant on his passing. And his short passing is okay. Well, it's better than okay, but it's okay. It can get better. His long passing is okay, but obviously in the cam role, that is for me that is the role that links the main midfield to the strikers or to our lone striker. So he is going to be going forward. He does have the long passing. He's finishing. Yeah, it's okay, but if he can sort of set them up, his shot power is good. His long shots are okay. But if he can use his passing, his array of passing traits, his short and long passing, and his ball control, if he can use that to link up the play between Ozogwe, Pell, or whoever in central midfield and the striker, then that's great. He's on 2,000 a week, but with those stats, I think he could improve. The other guy who I may like to bring in is this guy, Thiago Pereira Reis, another 18-year-old cam. You can see that he's got great balance, agility, and acceleration. The slight difference to Jung in terms of physical attributes is obviously the strength is one that needs to be worked on for both. Jung has better reactions and stamina, and not as good as agility. But Reese's his sprint speed is a little bit lower, his balance is slightly lower, but his acceleration and his agility are better. For Reese, his short passing isn't as good as Jung. His long passing is not as good, but his ball control, his dribbling are pretty good. His finishing is a little bit better as well. They're both 18, so I was looking to potentially bring in both of these guys and have them both there as just as stars for the future that will play this game. Maybe instead of getting rid of Luke and Sammy Moore, we get rid of, say, one of them, potentially Luke Moore, because obviously Sammy can play CDM, CM, and Cam. So it's a case of bringing in both of these and using the three cams that I have on a rotation basis and having two out of the three playing and getting these two guys built up as fast as possible. Another potential target is this centre back, Luca Rossetti. He is also on 2,000 a week, but he has great jumping, great strength. His marking is good. His slide tackle, his stand tackle, heading accuracy, all good. His ball control is okay for when he needs to get rid of the ball. Interception's good, aggression good. He has good balance. His sprint speed is okay for a centre back. His agility is great too. Um, there's a few. There's this guy Meki. He's a centre forward. Obviously, we need strikers around the centre forwards, but he can play in the cam position as well. He's 20. He's got good finishing. His long passing lets him down. Short passing is okay. He's got good ball control, but his physical attributes aren't as good as the two younger guys. Getting on to goalkeepers. There's this guy who we scouted. We had a look at before from one of my scouts from Pomfradina. So there's potentially him to scout. There's also Moldovan, who is also from Pomfradina. There's this guy Julian who plays at Sevilla. We could potentially look to try and sign him on loan. He has reasonable stats. There's this guy Timo Hildebrand. He is 36. He's available on a free, even though he is with Schalke. As if you go into it, his value is nothing. Yes, he's on 8 grand a week, but for potentially one season, as the board want promotion, he could be someone who we bring in. I mean, yes, his career is on his way down, but you look at some of the greatest keepers around. Look at I'm talking about in real life. You look at like David James, David Seaman, to name but two. Julio says, look at him now. He's having an absolute stormer, and he's getting on. Some of the goalkeepers can play until they're 40 and still be good quality. You think we are only League One, so maybe Hildebrand is one to potentially bring in. There is this guy as well, Jose Carvalho, who has better stats than Hildebrand, so maybe he is one that we look to bring in instead. There's this guy as well, Silbeira, who he's okay, but maybe this guy Carvalho is the guy that we look to bring in. I think he only wants 4,000. So if we get rid of Silva and bring in this guy, we're saving 2,000 on wages. Who else do we have? We have this guy Luis Pino, this young keeper. Maybe he is one that we bring in for the future. If we get rid of Silva, we could bring in these two. He wants 3,000 a week, so maybe he's on a bit too much to bring in as a backup keeper. We have this young guy here, this left back Garcia. His physical stats aren't that great because he's only 18. Sliding tackle is pretty good. Marking is okay. Ball control and crossing are okay for an 18-year-old. They will get better. Luke Rowe, this guy looks amazing. He could be one to bring in. He wants 3,000 a week. So but then again we have Abdel Shafi, but he is retiring at the end of the season. So maybe it is time to bring in Luke Rowe. So he's sliding tackle, stand tackle good, marking good, dribbling good, ball control good. Stamina is the slight worry with him, as he is 23 and he thought that would be nearly at its peak already. We have this guy who I've just found, this young left midfielder, Luigi Paluzzi. He has okay physical stats. His technical stats aren't that great, but he's 17. He could be one that we bring in for the future. Bring him in now, then in January look to let him go out on loan. There's also this guy, Federico Labai. Yes, he is down as a left winger, and you look at those physical stats and you drool all over those for a 19-year-old. His dribbling, his finishing lets him down for what I want him for, and I'll show you that in a minute. Ball control is good. Short passing, shot power, volleys, penalties, curve, all good, can improve, will improve. Long shots will improve. He's down as a left winger, but guys, he can play in the cam role. Look at those physical stats, those dribbling stats, that ball control. Imagine that in the cam role. Now, here is the stumbling block. He wants 6 grand a week. So that is the major stumbling block with this guy. If I can sell a couple of players, maybe, I don't know what you guys think, but maybe this guy could be brought in. With his stats there, look at those, just the main little stats that they put up on the screen there. Acceleration, unbelievable. Sprint speed, unbelievable. Agility, balance, dribbling, ball control. For a 19-year-old, he's an Argentinian. Maybe this guy could come in, even for 2 seasons. Any of you guys who watched York City, my York City career on FIFA 13, we had David Camilleri, who came in as from a free agent, was sold to Wolfsburg for 16 million. I'm not saying this guy is going to be anything like that, but if he comes in now, we have him for 2 seasons, using potentially slightly out of position, either in cam or have him on the left midfield instead of. I know he's a left winger, but we have him playing left midfield. If we have him for 2 seasons, and his value goes up to 2.5 million. Maybe we sell him. Maybe that's something we have to do. We have to think about projects, and I know we are the board want automatic promotion this season, so maybe this guy, we need to go out on a limb, and this guy's one to bring in. There's also this young right back. I looked at him to start with, and I thought no, and I'm undecided about this guy Clemente. He's 18. He's not got the best stats, but he's one of those where we can't afford a youth squad at the moment. So maybe if we have the spare funds, we bring this guy in and then loan him out, get him some experience. Regarding strikers, I had a look, and the free agents that were down for strikers are pretty shocking. I'll show you guys, and then I'll go back into I will go back into the shortlist as I've recalled my 2 scouts that were out, so obviously they're on their way back. I have another scout, so what I'm doing, I'm not even going to put any offers in for players in this episode, potentially not the next episode. All I'm going to do is get my scouts back, get players looked at, and give it a couple of weeks and see what they then come back with saying, and hopefully I will start scouting players. Potentially, I think that will be in the next episode, as we're rolling on for nearly up to 15 minutes so far. So this is sort of a meet the players type of episode, and then the next episode will be potentially look to scout the players, sell some players, and see what we can do in terms of funds available. But there are a couple of strikers. There's this guy, Alwyn George. His physical stats aren't the best, but his finishing, his ball control, his dribbling, his heading accuracy are amazing. Great long shots as well. His penalties are okay. Striker role, it's all he can play. This is another guy, this Restrepo, but he's 20. You can see there's sort of, he's got better physical attributes than George in certain areas and not in others. But obviously his finishing isn't the greatest. Shot power is better than George. His long shot isn't. But we have this guy when it comes on to him, Carasal. He has decent finishing. His dribbling is okay. Shot power is okay. Heading accuracy is okay. Penalties, not bad. But his physical attributes are great. He's 20. There's his attributes. They're all in at least orange. Whereas you look at George's and they're not. So the acceleration for this Carasal is pretty good. Can play right wing or striker. Colombian. There was no one else really who I saw that was any good. So he finishing there for Oyal, 58 max. Finishing for Flores, 65 max. Galberto, 64. Jack O'Connor, 54 finishing max. Meki is a centre forward. He can't play striker. He can only play centre forward, and he's not got the best physical attributes. Carvalho, pretty poor. Pereira, pretty poor. Hristov is a centre forward, not a striker, and physical stats aren't the greatest. Stelbecki, 69 finishing, yes, potentially, but his physical stats aren't the greatest. So we are sort of struggling for strikers. So maybe I may have to look at the loan market for a striker. But that depends. Obviously, there was a comment to sell Mosen. So if Mosen goes, then maybe I need to bring in another striker. I do plan to sell Duncan, as obviously he is 20 and rated 59, whereas Esmeralda is 18 and rated 59. Sorry, Duncan's rated 57. So that's 1,000. So yes, that's 1,200 off the transfer, off the wage budget. Sorry. If Mosen goes, take into account those two sales. Call it 400,000 for selling them both. I'll get 300,000, which is £5 grand a week plus their wage. That's an extra £9 grand a week. So maybe I can look to potentially bring in, see if I can get a Premier League striker in on loan or a Championship striker in on loan. Pay £6 grand a week and get someone great. Look, see if there's someone. Let me think, top of my head, who I'm thinking, trying to think of a real life striker here who could come in. A Jermaine Beckford type of player, who is sort of potentially, you look at someone like that who's potentially getting in the 30s, that can come to a League One side, do absolutely amazing. Ricardo Vazte, someone like that, you get them in on a season, they score 20 odd goals. The difference between drawing 10 games and only drawing 4 but winning the other 6, because they just get those vital goals at the vital times. Maybe that's something that I need to look at doing, but we shall see. Obviously, you can see who's available. In fact, I'll tell you what, guys, I will do that for you now. I won't look at seeing who's available with strikers on the free agents, but I will quickly show you who is transfer listed. Obviously, we can't look via price, so we're going to have to scout them. But maybe there's this. Can we go after this guy, David Bellion? Who used to be a pretty decent player, was highly thought of, I believe, when he was at Sunderland. Finishing 65. See, most of his stats there are in the main stats: the short passing, the shot power, the long pass, the long shot, the volleys. Physical, okay, yeah, physical aren't the greatest, but he's 32. Injury prone. That's a slight worry. 325,000, 10 grand a week, maybe not. Dennis Kadza, reaction's pretty good. Finishing 68. I'll quickly go down the list like I did before, guys. Maurice finishing 69. Jonathan Forte, maybe he's potentially one that could come in and help us out. Jonathan Niziamar. No, Jonathan Abika, 73. He's got reactions pretty poor, but he's 23. Maybe he could come in and help us out. Jordan Astia, finishing okay, pretty poor. Who's next on the list? Massimo Macaroni. No, he's definitely getting on a bit. Yeah, he's 35. Marco Nirgar. Or Nirgar, is it? I think it's Nirgar. Finishing 73. Physical stats don't look pretty bad, apart from reactions, which are pretty poor. How old is that Nirgar? He's 23. Who's Simako? Nejmendi Dagfu. Pretty poor. Stefan Kush. 74 for his finishing. Accuracy and shot power pretty good. What's his reactions like? Reactions are okay. Strength is okay. Balance, sprint speed, stamina is okay. Maybe he's one guy that we look to bring in on a transfer. Yeah, there's all these guys that we could look to potentially bring in. Stefan Kush, how much are you on? 325,000, 6 grand a week. Maybe we look to bring in this guy from Wolfsburg. Who knows, guys? I'll tell you what, though, I will do, as I said, we will start the scout process. And I'm going to start by scouting these two cams. In fact, I'll go with all 3 cams. I'll go with this left winger who I'm looking to bring in as a cam, this Federico Laba. And then what I'll do, guys, I'll just move forward a couple of days to get my other 2 scouts back. As soon as it gets to Saturday and Sunday, as soon as I can stop it, the better. And then once I have got this guy, in fact, here we go. Transfer offer for Martin Andres Silva. Granada. Wow. So, guys, what should I do? Should I let him go? I'm going to stall that. I know what I should do. But I'm going to let you guys. Do I let you guys have a say in it? I want to let you guys have a say in it, but because Tuesday's video is going to be recorded straight after this one, I'm tempted to just say let him go and bring in another keeper, but if you guys may think no, he's good, he's going to be the best keeper to keep us up. So actually, I'll stall that, and let's see if I have my other 2 scouts back. If I have my other 2 scouts back and are ready to go, where is my global transfer network? Here we go. Scout available. No thanks, I shall do that later. Right, I am going to start scouting some goalkeepers off my shortlist and also some other players. I'm going to get 1 scout just to do goalkeepers. Julian, you're worth 230,000. I'll get... No, I don't want Williams. Why can't I choose a different scout? God damn it, I don't want 1 scout to just do it all. Oh, fuck, I wish there was a way you could change your scouts. Matt Osborne. No, I don't want you to do via region, but as I've just clicked on you, view scout report. No, don't actually want to do that. Oh, I wish there was a way you could get your scout to just pick your scout and say go here. Because if 1 scout does everything, obviously reports are going to take longer to get done. There may be a way, and I've just not found it yet. Let's get rid of all these off the report. We're not going to be able to do any of this. Right. Paul Flint can... No thanks, I shall do it later. In fact, I tell you what. Global Scouting Network. Let's go to instructions. Remove instruction, okay. Remove instruction, okay. Right. Now, let's see if I can get Paul Flint or someone else to scout. No, it's okay, so we'll get Williams to scout him. Let's see if Osborne, thank you, you can scout him. Luis Pino. You can also scout Carvalho. Oh, no, don't want to approach the sign, I want to scout. We'll also do Timo Hildebrand. Actually, no, I won't do Timo Hildebrand. I think he's a bit too old. We'll do this guy, Julian. Approach to scout. There we go. We'll get you to do Mohamed Meki instead. And then Clemente, we'll ask Flint to look at you. Yeah, we'll ask Flint to look at you. I'll ask Flint to look at you because I've just figured something out, guys. Sorry, guys, while I'm sort of not really talking. I've just figured something out. What I can do is if I go to Central Global Transfer Network, player scouting, Jacob Williams, I can take Rossetti off him and add Rossetti back onto potentially Paul Flint and take, well, Pino, Carvalho. I want rid of Meki. I want rid of this guy, rid of this guy, rid of most of these. Let's have a look at any of these keepers. Rossetti, 80,000 from Girona. He could be one. Ask Williams to scout him a bit more. CDM no, Lorente no, Nazet no, Alex Barea no, Diego Rivas. Interesting. Jesus, you play at Real Madrid, but your kicking's crap. Not scouting further. Have I deleted the one I asked him to scout? I fucking am. Oh, you idiot. Okay. I'm sure he played for Girona, so I could look to find him again. Flint, you're scouting these, so in fact, Flint, I will. In fact, there was one on there. Actually, no, Flint, I'll give you 4 to scout. I'll give you the young defender. Right, where are you? You are there. Nope. Oh, he's going back to fucking Osborne. Ugh! Right. He played for Girona, did that. Right, reset. Goalkeeper. It's not Privet. Actually, are they in the Primera Division? No, of course they're not. Dickhead. They're in. I think they're in Liga Al Dente. Wherever it is. That one. Girona. Cordoba. Girona. Goalkeeper. Search. I'm sure it was this guy. I'm really certain it was. Yes, it was this guy. Why is Williams scouting him? End scouting by Williams. Ask Williams to scout. Fuck, it's gone to Williams. Oh, Jesus, right. Add to shortlist. Right. So, Williams needs one more player to scout. Remove you from the report. Okay, Williams needs one more to scout, so I'll give Williams, he's looking at midfield. What were you looking at, Williams? Midfielders, okay, so I'll give you another midfielder to look at. Thing is, I don't like it because it takes over 30, actually. Yeah, if I do what I said and just add it on, then take it off. In scouting by Flint, ask Williams to scout. Then I want. It wasn't Julian, was it? Where's he gone? Here we go. Scout by Osborne. And then where's this young defender? Rossetti. Scout by Flint. Okay. Okay, guys, I've waffled on for too long and taken far too much of your time. So yeah, not much happened. We do have the one transfer offer in, and we have all our scouts going out looking at those players. Obviously, the next episode is going to be out Tuesday, tomorrow. So let's have a look at that. What happens in that episode? It'll be pretty short one, I'm guessing. Not much going on. Obviously, I'm going to try and wait for you guys if I actually look to sign any players. But guys, yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy this AFC Wimbledon week, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Cheers.